Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, all right. It's been a minute, but we're winding down this year to get kicked off for 2022, phase two of the Houston Financial Wall Street movement. People, there's some new stuff coming on next year. New things are happening, new ways of making money. I just want to ask this question. Have you noticed how people are doing things differently? You hear more about someone created this, someone started this, farmers, other types of things that people are doing individually. It used to be, I got a job, I'm looking for a second job, third job, but time's out for all of that. It basically don't exist. There are a few good jobs out there. There's a few stable jobs out there. There's a few jobs out there. Excuse me. There's a few jobs out there. But just like I've been telling you ever since 1988, we in the technology and information age. And that don't mean that it's just out there. That means that everything around us, everything that we are involved in, everything we're spending our money with is in that phase. And if you don't know anything about it, not keeping up with it, which the quickest way to keep up with it is to have your own business, because you're going to need all of that information to help you to move your business forward. Just on the forefront, people are doing it every single day. I see so much, and I'm putting it all together. So next year when we talk and we have our panel discussions on this podcast, you'll be able to see the things that I saw within the last 3 months here in Texas, but not only in Texas, but all across America. I'm focusing on a lot of things. I'm still, the Houston Wall Street movement is still going strong. Everything that I talked about in it still stands. We're still looking for the 1,000 people. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. And, we're going to create some millionaires. And see, you have to be, most people, let's go back up. Let's just back up a few minutes here because something just hit me. Most people want to see something that already happened. What about being a part of something about to happen? A part of something that's new, a part of something that's growing. I hear so many times on TV, different shows, where people say, this is history. This is the first time that this happened. So why can't Houston Wall Street movement and its members be that first on the forefront? See, I know what I have is unique and it benefits everyone. Just give you a little hint of what we're going to talk about next year. It's a one-sided affair. I'm talking about 1,000 people becoming wealthy, not just invest their money. I've invested $1,000 in different things just to see. But, I learned some things that I'm going to reveal to people next year. And, I just say I invest $1,000 and haven't made a dime. And it's been going into the second year, not even a 10 cent. See what I'm saying? But what I invested in, making thousands, almost millions, and acquiring income producing assets. So, in essence, you have to be careful about your information, what you have, and what you plan on doing, because sometimes people will take it and run with it if you give too much. Okay. So, that being said, we're going to do some great things, but don't worry about if you haven't did it before. There's always something new that's taking place. Old stuff gone. We're in a new day, a new age, a new time. I'm so full right now. I'm just settling down and enjoy the holidays and put the after Christmas, put the cap on phase two of Houston Wall Street movement going into 2022. Uh, there is the structure is the same, but remember the members they didn't have to and members and people didn't have to pay. But next year it's different because see we're going into the second phase. The second phase require things starting to happen and start producing. So if a chicken lay an egg, you can't get the baby chicken until they go through the hatching process. So next year is all about furbishing and putting our income producing assets together so they can go out and start bringing us in money. See what I'm saying? So we don't have to wait. It's already, we waited a year, or maybe a little longer than a year, just a little bit over a year. But the second year on target with where we are. See, so you still have a few days to become a member. Just go to wealthcreatorchange.com, register for the Houston Wall Street Movement Investment Group, invest, follow the prompts that's on there, and be a part of something big. Be a part of something big. I'm looking at what people are selling for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You know, it's enough. Our program can get you wealthy and don't have to do all that. See, only the people thinking of themselves get it all as much as they can, hurting people that can't afford it, but have a dream and a desire to do something. Well, I want to do it, but I want people to be able to spend. Keep it simple. Just plain as that. Keep it simple. So I want everybody to enjoy these holidays and you know, go out there and talk to people during the holidays and let them know there's a lot of things going on. If you notice, I started doing burial plans. Uh, you can get 7 people on one burial plan for $50 a month if you are over 65. If you are under 65, for $75 a month, you can get the 7 people plan. Okay. And they don't have to be family plan. They can be anybody that you want to help and bless, or family members that you know that can't afford to be put away. But the insurance companies is jumping on, but you know, they got too many. If it's this, no. If it's this, no. We don't have all that. We don't have all of that. We can get you buried, put away, which we'll go into that next year. But you can go to Wealth Creator Change, or you can call me and get the information. 501-944-5056. Or you can email me. That's at CADEB, CADEB 51 at wealthcreatorchange.com. Email me or text me 501-944-5056. I didn't want to say a lot about it in this session because this is just a little happy holidays and give you a little update on where we are and where we're going next year. And all of this is going to come out in different stages. You can call and get the information right away, but it's something that you need. And believe me, I researched all the other plans that you have out there. And if you're a veteran, please call me. Please call me. It's a plus and a must for the veterans. It is a plus and a must for the veterans to call to be put away because veterans not going to bury you. They give a portion but you got to qualify for it. See, that's just like the insurance company that's doing burial plans out there, but you got so many stipulations and stuff that, hey, you might as well get the insurance. I don't need a burial plan with anybody. That's why I got it. Some people get it because they don't have the cash money to do it. If they did, forget about the insurance. It's just one time burial, save the money again, bury somebody. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to do that process, you got to have the money first, even if you got life insurance. And then when the life insurance pay off, then you can replace the money from wherever you got it from. But times like that is feasible. And no more than 3 days, we would have it all taken care of, put together, and ready to bury a person wherever they want their home origin is. If they live in the Caribbean, if they originally from the Caribbean, they want to be buried there, but they live in the United States, no problem. We will pay for that. We will ship the body over there to our partners over there, and the funerals and everything will go on from there. And the plan holder will be able to go to the funeral round trip ticket for free. And look, ladies and gentlemen, if you're less than 65, if you have 3, 4, 5, 6 people in your family that you know, everybody know who has insurance or who they think don't have burial plans to put them away, right? Talk to them and get a plan and put them in there. If you do 7, it's less than $11 a month for 7 people. Can't beat it. I mean, everything. But we'll talk more about that next year. I want everyone out there to have a blessed holiday. I want you to be safe. The virus on a rampage again. So, and if you haven't got the shot, get the shot. I know some people have stipulations about the shot, but look, I done had so many shots in my life, and I'm still here, healthy, feel good, not worrying about the virus and so on and so forth, because I took all of my shots. Boosters, if they come, if I had to get another booster, fine, I get another booster. It's not me, and it's not the booster's not hurting me, it's protecting me. The virus is what's going to hurt me. If I let the devil stop me from doing that, then I'm going to be in trouble. Because see, you can even, I know some people right here in Fort Bend County in Richmond that had both shots of boosters. Still, the close contact made the person sick. They caught it again, but not the full-fledged. I mean, you have little minor symptoms to let you know, and it says that you have the ovarian. Get the virus because we don't know what's going on. I've heard so many things. You know how people like to speculate, they like to analyze, they got to, do all these crazy things when when it's life. It's just like playing Russian roulette. Putting one bullet in there and spin it and shoot it. It's just like playing Russian roulette. Get this shot. It's enough going on around us. The devil, getting into everybody in all types of ways. They're riding by you, shooting in cars. They're robbing, bum rushing older people, and and killing them and taking their small possessions. And 5 or 6 of them will bum rush a store and start taking stuff and hurting people. And it's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. So that's, to me, is more dangerous than getting a virus shot. So there's a lot more things. Don't let the devil use you to hurt yourself. Protect yourself. Okay? Rob, steal, kill, and destroy. That's what he's all about. And you can fit it in any of those categories that you want to. People losing their mind under so much pressure. Nowadays you can't talk about things to people and it don't affect them. People's minds are weak. We have so many weak-minded people. I talk to people sometimes, and just looking them in the face and having a discernment from eye to eye. And man, it's frightening at some time at what you see. And and just let's pray. See, you say it and pray for them. You saw it, and they're weak and they're vulnerable. So let's be aware of some major other things out here that's really of danger. Because if a person lose their mind and want to mass kill some people, that's more dangerous than a virus shot. And the devil have him so confused, he won't say, just kill yourself and don't hurt nobody else. Because that ain't what he's about. He's about destroying. Even if you do some crazy stuff, you destroy your life. You go to prison, our enforcement, the law officers, they might feel endangered or be endangered and take your life. Or if not, take you to prison. So you still destroy it. Let's not let that go into our family and our friends and our close one, anyone that we know or close contact with. And let's not try to end it now. Let's not take it into 2022. We're moving rapidly right along. We're going into we're already in going into our second year of the 10-year tenure. Every 10 years, things change. Something's going to change majorly every 10 years. See, we want this to be over before we finish out this tenure. It's time now to seek the Lord. It's time now to get him in your life. I've done so much. I prayed and been forgave and I listen to people. I don't have to be TDJ. I don't have to be Joel Osteen for the Lord to use me. I'll pass something through me to somebody else. See, let's not think that we're only person that the Lord can use, because he can use anyone, anytime, for a long period of time, to total transformation, or just for a specific time to get things done. Only that person can do it. Nobody else can do it. So when it happens, let's not put the mouth on people, as I call it. Let the Lord use them. The word is the word, right? So if you pass the word to someone, see, a lot of people can read a verse in a scripture and read it. All of the other that goes with that, they don't have the knowledge of the wisdom given to them about what else is saying. How do they explain that to them? It's a mystery. And we got to learn how to be a discerning person, to be able to help people in time of need, not only physically, emotionally, but spiritually too. You'd be surprised the simple things that a person can help someone else with and never thought about being a preacher, evangelist, a prophet. We got a lot of prophets and apostles and things out there that they title themselves. And I don't need them in my life. It's in the word. All they have to do is look at the word. They what they're doing don't meet up with the word. To be an apostle, find out what you got to be and do. Not just do the numbers. See, we got to get out of this numbers things, tying it to money and putting it on people, especially God's people. It's all about the numbers. Numbers build wealth, just like most of the greedy people out there with network marketing companies. It's all about the numbers. What it is that fatten their pockets, they only gonna think about that. Everything else, you're on your own. Because those numbers is where the wealth is for them. And see, we don't want our churches to be like that. I just got through reading an article. See, things about to change. It's a tax system. Was a lot of churches don't want to pay taxes. They want the partridge, the home that the pastor has to the church. They don't want a normal home. They want a multi-million-dollar mansion. And the government saying, well, we're not going to give you a tax break on that. That's not a partridge. That's not a normal home. So we're going to have to talk about this mansion stuff and passing millions of dollars through your hand when you're driving Rolls Royces and all of different things. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that's doing illegal things. You know who you are. See? And the tax system know who you are because it names some, and people say, well, what about him? I can say his name because, he was cleared. But the ones that's really on the radar that's they live in these mansions, calling it a partridge, and not paying $100,000, $200,000 a year in taxes. Joel has a little bit over Joel Osteen have a little bit over $10 million home. His taxes probably $28,000 a year. He pays his taxes every year. He don't get the tax break, nor do he take a salary. So he don't even see. That's a God-fearing man, not caught up in the other stuff. Let me do it the way I'm supposed to do it, because the Lord said, render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Do that. It's taxes. It's a partridge. It's a place to live, not a shimmy shack. But there's a lot of partridge that is way better than any home that the ordinary people that have. You don't have to have a mansion look like a fortress and handling millions of dollars, other 5 or 6 more homes on the property, the 2 acres, and you got 30, 40 acres, 100. Stop using God's people in the number system and building wealth for yourself. Start teaching the people what you know, along with God's words. Focus more on the numbers and money than you do the people. Soul and their salvation should be number one. That's all I'm going to say about that, because, it gets kind of heated when you're trying to explain. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's wrong if you're not doing right. And you know who you are. So we don't have to go any further than that. But look, everybody have a happy holiday, and I want to thank everybody for getting on the Houston Wall Street podcast and hear me out this last podcast of this year. Get ready for next year. And the beginning of the year, we're going to kick it off. We're going to have ways that you can invest in income producing assets, start out building businesses, come together as a unit and become unified, and do some things that's unheard of. Be the first of the first to do it in the best way. I put it that way. Don't want to give out too much there. So be here with us next year and be a part of us to help us grow. See, all of the skills and talents we rent ourselves out to other people. Let's bring all, as the Lord said, let's bring it all into the storehouse and build a like-minded culture of people and communities, just like the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a city within a city. If they did it back then, we can do it again. But let's do it to where it benefits everybody. See, that's my thing, man. I want everybody to go. I'll run till I can't even stand up if I got somebody to run with me that's like-minded and want to do the same things. So by all means, become a part of Houston Wall Street movement. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and I will see you next year. Always victory, and I want to see everybody at the top. God bless you, and see you next year.